Mainly I've decided to do is go ahead and use a lot more foam this time. I usually sculpt all my creatures, but because of the size of the beast and the amount of time and budget that I have on this project, I'm going mainly with foam. All my build-ups will be done later with strips of foam over the top, and then I'll add fabric over that to get the delineation of ribs and muscles and spines. All the padding on the little guy, which will be, of course, over me, is also out of foam, where I might have sculpted a belly piece and cast it in foam latex.
Because we don't like the boundaries put on us, you know, the limitations that certain processes have, like I mentioned before with the appliances and so on. Sometimes even just like a mechanical mask, you can't do everything that you'd like to do with it because of the fact that there's a person's head inside. There's only so much space to put mechanics. So we started doing using puppeteering techniques where they actually puppeteer heads, make a puppet head or a dummy head that actually moves, or in some cases entire puppeted bodies. In this case, it really opens up a lot of freedom of design. We can have long, skinny arms or long, skinny necks or anything that we want in that way. And so puppets really come into play a lot these days. Because I think they're one of the reasons I know that I like to use them is because they're fun. We don't have the limitations. And another thing is sometimes you don't really have to deal with the actors.
You know, it's amazing what's happening now in films. In the last few years, it gets so that every script, everything from the low budgets to the high budgets, is loaded with all kinds of special makeup effects.
When I first started doing makeup effects work, I had to beg a director to let me do something. It's like, let me put a scar on this guy. You know? Why don't we make his head blow up?
There seems to be a tremendous demand for it.
Now I get scripts that are full of the weirdest ideas. You know, I go, where do these guys come up with this stuff? And they think that we can really do this? You know?
Gosh knows we have many, many creative writers and producers in films, and they're going to give us more problems.
Now there's so many people doing this type of work. Everybody has their own shop, and there's so many kids working in this industry.
We have tapped into a use of makeup in films, which is not going to die out.
They see that this is a new way that they can use their artistic abilities to entertain people and to create some amazing work.
Already, we have done a lot and shown the possibilities of makeup.
I really don't think that it's so much that there's new materials that have created the great new works in makeup effects as much as the new awareness of makeup effects.
I look forward to years of new and better and more ingenious triumphs in this field. I'm very excited about this.
At this time, may we have the contestants for the appliance category please come up on stage. Second place in the best appliance category, Mr. Dale Grady. Give him a nice round of applause. First place in the appliance category, number 8, Rick Lazzarini. Second place in the mask category goes to number 4, Ed Yang. The first place in the mask category, I cannot pronounce the name, is number 3.
Yusuke Takaya Oni.
May we have the contestants for the Monster Suit category up on stage, please. Second place, runner-up in the costume category, Number 2, Grant Art. Grant. First place in the costume category. Number 7, Steve Wang. Let's give everybody a nice round of applause. Before we conclude the show, we'd like to have a few words from Mr. Dick Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I really just want to introduce to you the man who made all this wonderful evening possible. His name, believe it or not, is Screaming Mad George. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Nice. Okay, thank you, every contestant. Very nice. Everybody's great. Everybody, audience, you guys all great.
Yes. We really had a tough time deciding. I think there's an outstanding amount of work here, and it kind of makes us all want to retire. So I think we should hear it again for all these people. Really terrific job.
These are my kids. No, these are my kids. Those are mine.
Well, I think this concludes the first annual Monster Makers Halloween contest. Let's do it really good next year. Second annual Monster Makers. All right. Thank you, everybody. Cut. Let's go. Thank you.
The first annual Monster Makers contest was a great way for these kids to show off their work, and like I said, it made some of us old timers feel a little bit threatened to see this good work from these kids who just started.
I'm hoping, of course, that this will continue, that this will go on every year. I think it will.
Outside trying to pick up some chicks I found earlier.
Yeah? You were there, huh? Yeah. I got lucky.
Good evening, and welcome to our show.
Oh, look at this. That's it.
I'll put this whole thing in my mouth and I'll eat it. And then I'll make love to a brick.
Why didn't you have this finished for the first annual Monster Makers contest? Yes? Yes?
This wasn't done. Did it come off as kind of like a mockery at all? You know?
Yeah, it was funny. Like,
The total concept, I was very glad that it happened.
Yeah.
Very pleased.
Yeah.
Somebody was finally taking care of what everybody had thought should have happened a long time ago.
Show's going pretty good. A little bit rough, this being the first annual Monster Makers contest, but except for a major catastrophe, a couple of fiascos, we're doing beautifully. Stay tuned for next year's contest. Aye.